we have an Afiscooter C model here, and we have with the armrest that was wiggling, it was loose. So I wanted to take the time to show you how easy it is to fix that. There are two bolts here. These are Allen key heads, and what I'm using here is a 1/16. I'm sorry, actually, this is a 332 Allen key. Just get an Allen key set, find the one that fits in there, and if you tighten that up, this won't wiggle anymore. It's actually a really simple fix. Don't really need to call a technician if you don't have to. Save yourself the time and the money. That's why we like making these videos. So basically, once this is tightened all the way, you don't want to over tighten it so you don't crack anything that might be inside of the seat underneath this faux leather. It might be plastic in there. We're not really sure if the brace behind that's plastic or metal, so you don't want to over tighten it, but as you can see, it's not loose anymore. And another thing, underneath the armrest here, you've got these rotating adjustment knobs. So if your armrest is falling too low, that means that the lowest point is set too low, and you could just adjust that by moving this wheel outwards, and eventually it'll catch on. Now, if you go too far, by spinning it more and more and more, it won't go down enough. So you got to find the perfect point, go the other way until the lowest point of the armrest is right where you want it. And that might be different. Everybody's different. So you might have a preference to have one lower or the other one higher. But basically that's, in a nutshell, how the armrests themselves are going to be maintained or adjusted over time. Now, there are two levers. I'm going to rotate the seat and show you how the rotation lever works. There's a lever right in the middle. You just lift up and then you rotate. Now it will lock into place. There's 8 positions that it locks into. That's one, facing forwards another one, and you can actually go all the way back. However, the back of the seat might hit the steering column assembly there, the tiller assembly, so you need to probably raise the back of the seat up a little bit. But it does lock in many different positions, so just pay attention to that lever if you want to rotate the seat. Make sure it's locked in place whenever you get to those positions. Now, when you start facing backwards, it will not lock into position. Only when you get to a certain point will it lock in, and that is facing completely right, facing completely forward. Of course, in between that point as well, there's a locking position. So it's actually a total of 3, 4, 5 positions that the chair will lock into. Now it's freely spinning while it's backwards, so you can kind of swivel around while you're backwards freely. But once you get to that point where you're at a 90-degree angle to the right or to the left, it will start locking into position every 45 degrees. So that is how the rotation lever works. Now, it's important that you know how it works. You look underneath there and there are notches. So that seat post just falls into that hole, and those notches are where the action on this lever that I'm going to start moving will catch for the rotation. So if I put it back down, just line it up with the post, drop it in. Make sure you lift that rotation lever up. There we go. So now it's locked into place and it's doing its job. It's clicking into place. Now, there's another lever right here, which I'll point to the front of the camera. This lever, if you push it down, the seat can slide forward or backwards. So it needs to come down, and there are some holes on the railing that it will catch into. So you can lock it into place and it pops back up, just like the rotation lever. So if I leave it down and I start pushing a little bit, it's still down, but then when I get far enough, it clicks. See? So as long as you know that it's clicked upwards, it should not go forward and backwards on its own. If it is sliding and forward and backwards on its own freely, then you need to have a technician inspect this whole mechanism to make sure that the spring did not become loose. That's very rare. I've really never seen that happen, but it's not impossible. So I just wanted to do a quick video to show you how the seat mechanisms work, the comfort adjustment features, and that is really the point of this video. The recline feature is on the left side. It's very straightforward. It's just like an automobile. You can see the recline lever here. You can use that to fold the seat forward if you're putting it in the trunk of a car, or to lean it back. But again, if you want to swivel the seat back all the way 180 degrees, you're going to have to be careful that your seat back doesn't hit your tiller assembly. That is going to conclude today's video. I hope it's been helpful. We are going to make many other videos like this one, so make sure you subscribe to that YouTube channel. Hit the little bell so that you can enable notifications when we release new videos just like this one. You will be notified. Thanks again for watching. I'm Sergio with Mobility Direct. Have a great day.